Good morning. I'm live in Costa Mesa, California, and it's Friday. It's finally Friday. Good morning, my friend, and Namaste, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac weather. My name is Stepº4 Witecki. I am the sensei to Sirius joy, here to stand in my heart each day and walk in the light. It is a pleasure to light walk with you, my friend. I'm love casting live in 5 dimensions on this beautiful temple of Gaia on Friday. You get it again. Thank God it's Friday, and thank God it's Taurus as well, right? We're at Friday, April 24, 2015, and I've got some good news and some not so good news. Today, step 4 rules the day. So the good news is it's Friday. The not so good news is step 4 rules the day. The truth is that is I belong. So we're manifesting in Taurus. That means we're manifesting what we manifest. We're really focused on what we want to grow and what we want to create in our reality. That's what Taurus is, reality. And in the next 24 hours, if it hasn't already happened, we'll be kind of shown by the universe where we truly belong. Now this is Taurus, so just like Capricorn or Virgo, when you're shown where you really belong, it's usually concrete. In other words, like an eviction notice. You know what I mean? Like, you don't belong here no more, right? Which causes a breakdown, which leads to a breakthrough. You didn't belong there in the first place, right? So I am predicting breakdown and breakthrough for many of the signs, just because if you're not paying attention to what your heart really wants, you don't necessarily know where you belong, or perhaps you weren't paying attention to what your heart wanted when you created this last reality. Hello, flowers. And so as a result, you found yourself in a situation where you don't belong. None of us like getting pushed out the door, though, including me, the bull. Last thing we hate is being, pushed into another herd or another pen. That's the worst. So no one likes to be pushed. So today I'm going to help you figure out what it is your heart wants, help you go with the flow, and give you the architecture of incarnation on making it work better. But before I do, let's first tame our brain, shall we, with the phrase of today. Today I feel my truth, and I honor where I belong. I feel my truth, and I honor where I belong. And that's the thing. So it's like, universe, if I don't belong here, it's fine. Right? Like, fine. That's basically what the inner child is doing. Fine. And that might be where your inner child is with it. Like, it's not what you like. You don't like it, but you honor it. And this is in your highest good. That's what Age of Aquarius is about. So we have to keep our mind on the right track today, which is, first of all, feel your truth. Feel your truth. Do you like this? Do you not like this? Have you been happy in this job? Have you been happy in this marriage? Have you been happy in this reality? Feel your truth. And then I honor where I really belong. I may not know where it is, but I honor where it is, and that's what you're saying. So one more time, just to keep it clear to the mind, I feel my truth, and I honor where I belong. And so it is, because I said so. Now the serious step of the day is step 4. This is what makes life serious, the step, right? And so today step 4 means I belong. This is Aquarius energy. This is the energy the earth is worst at. We haven't been through the age of Aquarius. We don't know how to go along with where we belong according to the law of attraction. That's why we're sort of primitive, because we're not allowing the I belong consciousness to participate in our reality. It shows up and then we try to enforce something with a gun, or it shows up and we try to talk ourselves out of it, or we have an affair because we don't listen to where our heart belongs. I mean, this is where we are primitive. So first of all, be easy on yourself. I don't think anyone has had an opportunity to really develop their I belong consciousness and recognize it as opportunity to break down and break through, which is Uranus, Aquarius, step 4. Now looking at the architecture of incarnation, there are 3 times that 4 makes a true difference. It is, of course, in the very beginning. Are you even on the right ship? That's this first dimension. Are you in the right reality? Are you in the right room? Are you supposed to be here, right? That's the first dimension. That's the hardest one. That's where sometimes we are really, not paying attention. So this is the potential for probably the biggest breakdown in Taurus in the next 24-36 hours. So you have a breakdown coming. It'll happen now. That's the good news, right? Now, in the second dimension, where we belong is critical to us getting it. So it's like we start manifesting in the second dimension, we start creating what we want, we start moving down that path, and then we start to get lost again. And it's where I belong that gets you back on your path and makes the connection step 5. And in the third dimension, the highest master form of belonging, we actually use belonging to get on the right path again. It's we're going with our feelings, we're in a current of manifestation, and we belong wherever it works best, adding to a 6. So we're always fine-tuning if we're on the right level through the I belong consciousness. Now let's take a look at the chakras and the colors of belonging. So looking at the chakras, now Taurus is orange. I've said that all week. I manifest comes from the second chakra. So we are basically changing our gut, I think when we have a gut feeling about things, it's a combination of the first, second, and third chakra, So the second is very much a part of what our gut feels, because our gut is manifesting. It knows damn well what's going to happen. It is what is manifesting things, right? So we're working from the gut, and if you're having gut trouble right now, well, it's I manifest. You want to focus on clearing that out and letting go of, failed projects or whatnot. Do breathing through that chakra and say, forget where I didn't have a good take. I don't care about my mistakes. Just let it be pure manifestation now from the gut. Then we add today to, of course, our I belong consciousness. Now, I belong consciousness is the crown. And basically, I belong is the chakra energy that connects God energy to earth. So Aquarius, the I belong in the architecture, is right between God and earth. The one layer between, basically. God being Pisces and then down into Aquarius, right? Pisces is the actual meringue jelly layer. Aquarius is the actual first, human's consciousness that's not in the going both ways. So we are basically opening up to our crown and trying to connect our higher purpose to our lower intentions. And that's how the colors and chakras work for you today. So you might want to empower your yellow and you might want to empower your violet. And if you want that kind of empowering, fill yourself with flowers of yellow and violet. Works for me. So let's move on to the timing of today and the weekend forecast with the cosmic clock. And here we are at the cosmic clock. Well, the sun on Friday is at step 4, Taurus. We're at 4 degrees, 4 steps into the Taurus transit, 4 steps into our reality. And frankly, at step 4, this is where we realize, are we in the right movie or not? Are we in the right reality or not? And as you'll see through the weekend, as I'm going to give you a little of astro prediction here, you're going to realize it and break through. But you got to kind of hang on for the ride. Now, Mercury is manifesting. It is at step 19. Step 19 is a Grandmaster step to Taurus. So our mind is instantly manifesting what we're going to do in the 20s, in the step 20s, as soon as we determine where we belong. So our mind is ready to write the success story. That's a good thing. Mars is at step 17, Taurus, falling behind Mercury now. But step 17 is where we decide and commit. So we're ready to commit our actions. Our mind is ready to manifest. It all comes down to the sun at step 4. Now the moon, our feelings are in purebred Cancer today. We have passed the opposition to Pluto. We're no longer swinging back and forth like we were yesterday. And today we are feeling. Now what we want to do is focus on feeling the future that we want, not focus on the future that we don't want. And it's also important to know that the moon will be squaring Uranus. Now Uranus is that force that creates and sustains I belong energy, which means literally our moon will square the I belong. So at some point in today, if it hasn't already happened, your emotions will likely resist, square. Fears will come up, square, against what? The new I am. That's what Uranus at 17 is at. It's us deciding, hey, this is who I am now, and our emotions are like, really? Right? And it's like, yeah, really. So we're having to get ourselves emotionally on board, and I think that's important. The Pluto Yod is still, of course, in effect and very powerful, especially through the weekend. I think this God's Yod is really the backstory of everything going on. And what's important is that Venus is upgrading. It's now up to step 15, Gemini. That's a purebred step of Venus. So we have a purebred note hitting of Taurus. We have a purebred note hitting of Venus. And that means that we are literally creating Gemini, a new mindset. So we're creating a new mindset today, and it's part of this evolving Yod. The evolving Yod all points to Pluto, which says, go by your own rules. One's based on peace, step 15. One's based on your heart, Jupiter, right? And one based on your new frame of mind, Venus, now it's step 15, peace, of Gemini. So it's powerful. Now looking ahead a little bit to the weekend, on Saturday, Jupiter hits step 13. So literally, it's been at step 12, its purebred step, for quite a while now since it went direct. And now it hits step 13. So on Friday, your breakthrough, your realization of where you really belong and where you're going, leads to your heart changing tunes and having a breakthrough starting Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So expect inner child breakthroughs in that regard from this belonging. So once you get your heart on board, literally like a slingshot, this yad is ready to fire. Now looking at the Tower of Truth, on today, Friday, or the first day you watch this video, we are of course at step 4. Step 4 is I belong, so you'll be really searching for where you truly belong. On Saturn Day, the moon moves into Leo, so emotions now move into what our heart wants. We're feeling what our heart wants. And step 5 rules a day, so we're thinking. So our heart is thinking and concluding. So Saturday is a breakthrough day. So you'll break through sometime on Saturday. Then on Sunday, fun day, right? The moon will cross Jupiter, which means we will start to feel this new breakthrough, this new Jupiter 13, right? And what will rule the day? Well, step 6, which is like a very Venus. So everything opens up and flows wonderfully, I think, on Sunday. Put simply, if you're having a horrible day Friday and you're having a horrible day Saturday, I think if you can just make it to Sunday, you'll be okay. But with all that complexity, let's boil it down into today's simple joy quest. Your joy quest, should you choose to accept it, is commit to your vision, forget reality. Remember, Taurus is I manifest. It's what we're creating. So don't pay attention to the reality you have already created, the present you have already pre-sent. Instead, focus on the vision all through the weekend. Through the breakdowns, if anything breaks down, your car breaks down, something doesn't work, stay focused on the vision, commit to the vision, do not commit to reality. In fact, just try to forget it for now. That's how I think you get through the weekend. Now, vision comes down to listening to our heart's desire and projecting it into the future. You want to project your heart's desire, and that's where we belong, where we think it's going to land. If you're watched over in my personal Sensei network, I'm going to help you with some of that vision questing. At 9:09, I'll talk about what it is your heart is looking for, where you may be due for a major reality check or upgrade in the next 36 hours. Then at 11:11 a.m., I'm going to talk about where it is what vision you came with. So your Uranus in your chart tells us where your vision questing is. I'll tell you where your Uranus is and where your vision questing. And then at 3:03 p.m., I'll talk about where Jupiter represents your beliefs. So what your beliefs have to say about your vision questing. Now, for those who've been wanting to sign up for my personal Sensei network, I've got very good news. We are now accepting new customers, and you can start anytime. It's $19.95 for a 30-day subscription, and we will start service within 36 hours of you signing up. Don't wait. Come on down to soulmart.me or come on down directly to SiriusJoy.me, and you'll find out more. I have a video that explains how the whole service works for the entire month. It's really, really groovy. So let's move on to today's telepathy. We're having fun with Taurus imagery that I am sending from my temple to yours. And I thought today we'd kind of make it interesting in a new way and look at famous Taurus African Americans. So Taurus African Americans who built new values and built new value in the world, particularly I think with acceptance in the African American community. These are all awesome Taurus innovators in my opinion. So I'm thinking of a Taurus African American innovator. Was it number 1, baseball player Willie Mays, number 2, civil rights activist Malcolm X, or number 3, the famous musician James Brown? Which of these 3 African American innovators who happen to be Tauruses am I sending to you? I'll have the answer right after this. Can't find love? That day is over. With just 8 numbers, we can reveal all your secrets to sex and love. We call it Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. Find out the secret to your heart at secretsofbirthdays.com. And welcome back to Namaste Today. So for the answer to today's telepathy, from my temple to yours, I was sending you an image of a famous Taurus African American innovator. Was it baseball player Willie Mays, civil rights activist Malcolm X, or famous musician James Brown? And the answer is James Brown. I think just because my heart sees James Brown, and just the story of I Feel Good, which is not going to be today's song, but all three of these men, of course, African-American innovators and Taurian. So Taurus is, we did dictators this week. I want to end the week with something more positive, where Taurus has done something good. So let's move on to our rock and roll gospel. We're moving on to Taurus musicians that help you feel good, that increase value in your life. And this one is a personal favorite of mine. I was so delighted to find out that she was a Taurus. I am speaking to Enya. That's right, Enya. Enya and that beautiful tranquil music, which was super popular, I think, in the 90s. But I love Enya. I love the music. And considering it might be a bumpy road, I thought Orinoco Flow would be the best song to put on. So your rock and roll gospel is Orinoco Flow. Just put it on and sail away, sail away, sail away. Do not focus on the reality details. Focus on that vision. But before you surrender to the Orinoco Flow, let's take a look at the moods of each of your brothers and sisters today and how they'll be faring through the weekend. And today, your soul vitamin is what vision to focus on based on your Jupiter and the moon crossing Jupiter on Sunday. So what vision to focus on as we face where we truly belong. In the order of the 11 steps to Sirius joy, starting with step 0, the Scorpios. Scorpios, cloudy, chance of moodiness, very pensive today, but futuristic through the weekend, and you should focus on your career vision because luck will be with you thanks to Jupiter. The step 1s, the Royal Leos, cloudy, spiritual chance of moodiness today and tomorrow, but there's breakthrough, and you should focus on the new you are creating. You're getting a total makeover for the first time in 12 years. Focus on the vision of the new you. Step 2, the Cancers, cloudy but cool today. It's time to feel the new confidence, but focus on the new wealth. So have that vision for where you're going to be abundant. And go ahead, call it in. It's your time to make the money right now, Cancers. Step 3, the Sagittarius is cloudy and private now, but very passionate through the weekend. It's time to feel the new purpose and focus on that life you are creating, that adventure. So the vision is focus on the adventure and the future. Step 4, the Aquarians, sunny and hyper aware today, but sentimental through the weekend. It's time to feel your team, but focus on what you're going to accomplish as a team, a successful team. So focus on your unions and what they bring. Step 5, the Gemini, sunny and productive today. It's time to feel the new connection to yourself, but to focus on the vision of what you want to think about and what your message is. So literally the Gemini stepping into that message. Step 6, the Librans, sunny and professional today, but super social through the weekend. It's time to feel your new role in society and focus on the reputation you want to manifest. So focus on that reputation and things will fall into place. Step 7, the Pisces, sunny and childlike or perhaps temper tantrums today, depends on what side of the heart you're on. But through the weekend, it's time to focus on the new vision for the life. What kind of life do you want? What kind of life are you going to live? That's what Pisces need to focus on. Step 8, the Capricorns, sunny and sentimental. It's time to feel the new trust in yourself and focus on the transformation. So you'll be quite guarded through the weekend, but sentimental today. Step 9, the Aries, sunny, nesting and resting today, but childlike through the weekend. Time to focus on the new love and what you want to take with your new creativity. So focus on that loving vision. Step 10, the Tauruses, happy birthday, Taurus. Cloudy and pensive today. But through the weekend, you want to focus on what exactly security means to you. That's money, home, family, you name it. So focus on the security. Jupiter's going to pay the bills. And then finally, the step 11 Virgos, sunny and social today, but withdrawn through the weekend. You want to focus on your faith. And the reason is because you want to ask God, universe, for the miracles that you want. So focus on the faith for the miracles to come. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, folks. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. We thank you ahead of time. It helps us with our relationship with them. And, of course, on Facebook, you can be our friend by navigating to soulgarden.me. And if you'd like to come on down and purchase a reading, or of course my new personal sensei service, come on down to soulmart.me, or you can go to, of course, seriousjoy.me for the sensei service. You have a fantabulous weekend, my friend. It's literally starting to get dark outside. I've literally recorded this Friday show as the sun is setting. It's perfect for the new us. I'll see you on Monday with more. Remember, I love you, and live, love, be. This is just so ironic.